Hello, everyone. I am really grateful to be here. And I was thinking about honor and respect. And when I think about honor and respect, I think about how are we respecting ourselves and how are we respecting others. And there's a really amazing poem um, by it's, pardon my pronunciation of the last name, but Adam Zagajewski, and it's translated by Claire Kavanagh. Claire Kavanagh, uh, and and so I've been thinking about so many ways that we are really dishonoring, disregarding, disrespecting um, uh, so much of what is needed in the world, and I'm just wondering, like, how can we remember how to extend that honor and that regard and that respect, and I think about one of the things that my dad used to say a lot, which is, "It's a good day to die," and then I had a mentor later on, Angela Sarian, and she said it's also a good day to fly. So it's a good day to die, and it's a good day to fly, and she always said it's a good day to fly with what is good, true, and beautiful in your nature. So how can we align with and how can we work with what is good and true and beautiful in our nature? How can we find our way and find our way back to each other and back to what our real values are? How can we really remember who we are and our identities? Ooh. Ooh, little sneezing going on, little springtime in the house. Um, so, and I'm very well. So it's just so you know, I'm very well. And woo. So I wonder, I just wonder about these places where we need to go. And I love this poem because it is about just try to praise the mutilated world. And it says, try to praise the mutilated world. Remember June's long days and wild strawberries, drops of rosé wine, the nettles that methodically overgrow the abandoned homesteads of exiles. You must praise the mutilated world. You must watch the stylus yachts and ships. One of them had a long trip ahead of it, while salty oblivion waited others. You've seen the refugees going nowhere. You've heard the executioners sing joyfully. You should praise the mutilated world. Remember the moments when we were together in a white room and the curtain fluttered. Return in thought to the concert where music flared. You gathered acorns in the park in autumn and leaves eddied over the earth's scars. Praise the mutilated world and the gray feather a thrush lost and the gentle light that strays and vanishes and returns. Return in thought to the concert where music flared. You gather acorns in the park in autumn and leaves eddied over the earth's scars. Praise the mutilated world and the gray feather a thrush lost and the gentle light that strays and vanishes and returns. Try to praise the mutilated world, written by Adam Zagajewski and translated by Claire Kavanagh. And so I just think about the things that we're able to gather, the way that we can see what is happening in the world, the way that we can acknowledge that things are very, very difficult, that there are horrors beyond comprehension that are happening, and here we are, and we're in the world, and you know, it's how do we praise the mutilated world? I mean, is that even really actually an option? Is that something that we can do? And so I'm curious about that, and I'm wondering about how can we connect with what is meaningful? How can we connect with what it is that we can do? And sometimes we think, oh, I can't, you know, I can't really do anything, or there's not much that I can do, or my gifts aren't really going to serve this situation. But our gifts are absolutely 100% going to affect things and they can change things either in a positive direction or they can change things in less than optimal uh, direction. But we always have that choice, and we always have that moment where we can really ask the world and be in tune with the world, and try to give the world what it needs. I think so many of us are really seeking out our own needs and not able to ask what are the needs of other people, or we're just so busy assessing and judging, and right, that we don't really have time. We're not really reflecting. We're not really being that self-reflective, and able to look at, oh, this is, these are the places where I can improve, or these are the places where I can become better, or a better person, or these are the places or ways that I can offer what I can offer as a learner in the world. And so, being someone who is learning, um, on the sweet face of Mother Nature, how can we recognize that we're all learning, and if we got a human body, we're here to learn. We may have a lot of energy about something, or passion, or knowledge, or wisdom, but the world is always there's always more mysteries in the world. And so if we lose our sense of honor, and our sense of respect, it's oftentimes because I believe that we've lost our sense of curiosity and wonder, and our ability to learn new things, and so, or to really open to life. And so if I'm struggling with opening to life, how can I do that? Also, how can I, regardless of what my knowledge base is, or my wisdom base is, or how sharp or amazing my intuition is, we got human bodies, and we get to learn more about the world, and the world is going to teach us and show us and share with us many things. And we do need to be extending that honor and that respect to the earth, and to the trees, to all of the birds and animals that are here right now, because we have a commitment. We have a commitment to the earth, and there's many myths, and many ways that we have been able to experience that knowledge, that we have a commitment to the earth, and to be here in a good way, and to leave it better for those who are still coming, and those who aren't even born yet. So how am I protecting what is for future generations? How am I taking care of future generations? How am I extending my energy in a way that good, right? It's like we can't do everything, but we can do something. What is this something I can do? And I always like to think, well, I can do something good here, and maybe I'll make a difference here. And so, we do the good that we can do, and then we keep learning, and we keep honoring one another's humanity, and we continue to not only protect what's inside of ourselves, but also to protect and respect the places, the people, the things um, that are sacred, and we're one of those things. We are a sacred person. Everyone is a sacred person, and everyone here has their own purpose and their own sacred way of living. And regardless of what we call it, it is a privilege and an honor to be here, and to be in these bodies, and to have found our way to this time and this place. So I wanted to end today. This is a poem by Mary de la Valette, and it says, "You do not have to go to the sacred places in far-off lands. The ground I stand on is holy. Here, in this little garden I tend, my pilgrimage ends. The wild honeybees, the hummingbird moths, the flickering fireflies at dusk are a microcosm of the universe. Each seed that grows, each spade of soil is full of miracles. And I toil and sweat and watch and wonder, and I am full of love, living in this place, for truth and beauty dwell here. Living in this place, for truth and beauty dwell here." And so what truth and beauty dwells where you are, and what are you caring for? Who are you caring for? Where are you placing your gifts? And I always like to pray. And so what is your prayer at this time? I've been really thinking a lot about our prayers for peace and prayers for safety, um, the ability to ask permission, even before entering another person's sphere or place. Mm. So I would wonder about, what are you protecting or caring for? And I mean, protecting is kind of an interesting thought, um, but what is it? What is it? Who is it? Where is it that I can care for and give that energy of caring? And that always has a long term impact for future generations. Thank you so much. I will see you next Thursday.